All right, everybody, coming back from the break. It's called the Business to Business Network Show. My name is Rex Perry, and if you just turned on your radio, got in your car, we are talking business, politics, and economics. We talk a lot about real estate. It is the lifeblood of Maricopa County. It brings us to our first guest is Dan. Give us your last name and introduce yourself, please.
Hey, Dan Spurlock. I'm 72 sold certified agent with City of Real Estate.
Excellent. And also our lender, Adam. Give us your last name and introduce yourself, please.
Adam Hawkins. I'm with Lender Express Mortgage. We are a local mortgage broker here in Arizona.
Excellent. And our title, Marketing and Escrow. Introduce yourself, Sarah.
Thank you for having me. I'm Sarah Perkins with Navi Title, and I've been also talking about the housing market a lot for a long time because title insurance is a little boring.
Yeah, but you bring it all together and good statistics, so we won't downplay that at all. But let's talk about 72 Sold. Introduce the audience a little bit about what you guys do.
Yeah, 72 Sold has been around for a long time here in Arizona. They still are, and at the heart of what they've done and still do is their home selling program, selling homes quickly and for more money on average than any other home selling program in Arizona, and it's quite amazing. But they have recently come out with another program, and it's a cash offer program. So this cash offer program, it was designed because the market has definitely been slower, as we know, over the years. And a lot of people, 80%, they say 80% of people have a dilemma. They have a problem, and that is they can't sell their home. They have to sell their home before they buy another one. So how do they do that? I mean, well, we can do contingencies and things like that, but in a tough seller's market, a lot of times you won't get that accepted. So the Hagues and 72 Sold came out with a solution to that, and that is the cash offer program, to where they will actually write an offer for your home for full market value, and then you get the majority of that, of your equity of that offer up front, so you can then close on your home, take the equity you have, go buy another home, whatever you want to do. You can even stay in your home rent free. They'll let you do that, and then we're going to turn around and sell it and give you the difference, minus, of course, some nominal fees. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, now back up a little bit for the 72 Sold. Walk us through that program first, bit by bit.
Yeah, so 72 Sold program has been revamped a little bit over the years, but it has stayed mostly the same. And what we do is we're going to do a program to where we do a lot of different things. So number one, we don't have a sign in the yard. We're going to be there for personalized showing. That's a big deal. I've been in real estate for 21 years, and I know as a listing agent what I did before 72 Sold and what others still do, and that is lockbox on the door, sign in the yard, and it's a free-for-all for buyers agents. But, we believe that if you're going to pay us to sell your home, how can we sell your home if we're not there? How can we sell your home to the buyers and talk to them about your home? Normally, we don't even know who they are. So we're going to be there to do a personalized showing, 7-step showing process. That's one of the things we do as well. And then just lots of different things off market, coming soon. We have buyers looking for a home like there's a huge database of buyers. Both I personally have a database full of buyers, and then also 72 Sold has their database as well. So we put it all together, and on average, we're getting 5 to 7% on average higher of price and selling the homes quicker than other agents and sales programs.
Okay, walk me through this, because you got to, first of all, you probably put it in the listing that there needs to be an appointment set.
Yes.
In order to show the home.
Yeah.
So the buyer's agent contacts you and says, we're going to be there on Wednesday at 2:00.
Yes.
And you tell them ahead of time, I'm going to be there too.
Yes, absolutely. I worked
That's not awkward.
What's funny? I have had that question before, and it isn't awkward. I'll tell you why. I used to work for a builder for 8 years, and what did I do? I sat in a model home, and I waited for the buyers and their agents most times, and I would get up, and I would show them around the home and give them the features and benefits of the home and the area, the community, the city, and buyers agents loved it because they knew they were walking in, and although they had a piece of paper with some general information about the home, they didn't know anything else, so I would be there to show them and talk to them, not only about that, but about our sellers. Hey, here's their motivation. Here's what they're doing. We kind of personalize that because we think that's important. But yeah, I did it for 8 years with a builder, and it really is no different.
anybody that's trying to sell a home, that's the type of agent you want to have right there. That's willing to get out of the office, get out of the car, and go meet people face to face. And guess what? It is not awkward. I mean, real estate agents are used to working together.
Absolutely.
And that's when you need a good team. They're a team because they want to make it. It's a win-win for everybody if they can make it work. Now, the importance is a lender to get pre-qualified. Tell us a little bit about some of the coaching, pre-qualification. What do you do as a lender?
Absolutely, Rex. So thank you very much for having me on today. One of the first things I would say is as I put people in 3 different buckets: first-time home buyers, investors, and also to the self-employed aspect of things is really big on our end, where if I start with the self-employed aspect of things, people will earn a great income, but because they're self-employed, they also have the ability to write off a lot of stuff, right? So I think that's a common dilemma that happens. Well, us being on the broker side of things, it just opens up the door. I think I have 45 different lenders to choose from, and I think that's important too. It can be one person such as me that goes out and does the legwork for them of what's best after I have that discovery call with them and finding out what truly their home goals are, what some of their restrictions, what some of their frustrations, to mold a plan for them, a product for them that best suits what they're looking to accomplish. So
And let's talk about first-time home buyers. There are some down payment assistance stuff. Tell us a little bit about that, because a lot of people think, I'll never be able to buy a house. Tell us about that.
Rex, it's so true. And one of the most common questions that I get time after time is, well, I have to have a 700-plus credit score. I have to have 20% down.
Yeah.
None of that is the case. We have these down payment assistant programs where they literally are coming in. I just helped a family the other day. They got into a home with $1,000 out of their pocket.
Wow.
Right? So we're talking about the down payment was covered. In this buyer's market right now, you oftentimes can get seller concessions that will cover the closing cost of them, and they had the cost of the appraisal and the inspection out of pocket. So that was a powerful experience for a lot of people. So yes, there's these down payment assistance programs. If they do have the down payment themselves, we have first-time homebuyer programs with as little as 3% down.
Oh, excellent. Now, the one company that pulls it all together, the escrow people, describe how you guys work. Yeah, obviously you got a lot of paperwork. Tell us what you guys do.
Absolutely. And so you know what? Navi Title, we're actually #1 in market share. I'm really proud of it for a four-year-old company. And what we do is we take together, we work with the lender, we work with the buyers, we work with the sellers, we put it all together, we organize all the documents, make sure those buyers own that property with only the liens that they put on it, like the mortgage. They have it free and clear. No one comes out of the woodwork and says, no, this is my property too. It's a lot of legwork. It's a lot of details, and you want somebody who's very thorough and knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think I told you guys I used to be a title officer. I mentioned that, didn't I? Okay, so we've had experiences where people will go out. Now, this is years ago. I think it's gotten better. But you could get a quick claim deed, and you could fill it out with the legal description and put names on there, and the notary was just notarizing the person's signature.
Yes.
They didn't know what it was. And once you had that notary on there, they drive down to the county recorder's office, downtown Phoenix. They hand it to the county recorders, and $35, they stamp it and record it. So this is why you need title insurance. Because guess what? A lot of people didn't know that happened. And I was there when we're all going, what the? And we cleared it up. It wasn't easy. And then we were able to insure the title. So once you have title insurance, when you go to sell that house, you know it's free. You're marketable.
Yes, exactly. Because you need to be able to sell the property.
Yes.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah. So back over here, when you are working mostly as a listing agent, what are you seeing for this period during Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, or what do you give us counsel as a listing agent?
Yeah, it's always a slower time of year. However, what I always say is this: there's less buyers right now, but there's also less sellers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could wait until the hot time of the
January.
year, next January. But guess what? So are 10 of your neighbors.
Yeah, I know.
And you don't want competition as a seller. So we just listed one, Pebble Creek in Goodyear. Did we have 20 showings and 10 offers? No, but we had 3 showings and 1 full price offer
There
in
you
less
go.
than a week. So it's a great time to sell. You just got to have the right sales strategy and marketing plan, because the days of hiring your cousin's brother because he's licensed and throwing that sign in the yard, those are over.
Yeah.
Those are over with.
Now, give us a little bit more detail. Where was that home at? Where's the?
Yeah, it was in Pebble Creek, so in Goodyear, the active adult community of Pebble Creek. I live right outside the gate, so yeah, that's where that one is.
And this time of year is when the winter visitors are here.
Yes.
So actually, it's not a bad time, especially in that type of market. You got people coming down from hopefully Canada, but you got Washington State, and you got the cold place. And I just heard that in New York they just got a bunch of snow, and you got people from Chicago. I got a son that lives in Chicago. That place is cold.
Yes.
And so we still have this draw. And as a listing agent, that's what you look for. You go and meet the people there, talk to them a little bit about. So when you sold that house, was that one of those that you had personally shown? And tell us, did you have the the seller's agent, the buyer's agent come in with you? Tell us the story.
Yeah. So basically, it was just like all the rest, where we list it and we say appointment only. Reach out to us directly to schedule it.
No sign in the yard.
No sign in the yard.
Interesting.
That is a psychology-based thing as well. Because
What's the psychology behind that?
I just drove down that same community. It's a true story. Same community. I drove down, and there was one street that had 6 listing signs on it. Now, if I drive down that street and I see a listing sign, can I tell if that home's been listed for a week or 6 months? No, I don't have a clue. And a lot of times you may guess what it is. And so what we do is we try to say, hey, look, this home just came on the market. You're the first one to see it. Look, we don't even have the sign up yet. And that's why we don't do the sign. And that kind of drives
it's a
home.
Psychology, you're right.
It is a psychology base that, hey, this is exciting. We do price it correctly. That's a big deal as well. But all of those things in the program, there's several more, all come together to create that urgency to get that offer right away.
Yeah. Describe for the audience what pre-qualification, what kind of documentation do you gather when you're trying to get somebody? By the way, they should really talk to the lender before they talk to the agent. And there's no cost.
Absolutely not.
And describe the steps. Help people relax and tell them what you do.
Absolutely, Rex. So one of the big misnomers too is like, oh my gosh, this is going to take months and weeks, and I have to have all of this documentation. It is simply a online questionnaire that is filled out. If they're a W-2 employee, it's a photo ID, 2 most recent pay stubs, and a W-2.
Pretty simple.
That's all that I need on my end.
Yeah. And now what you pull credit, and it gives you a chance to see stuff. Sometimes there might be something there. Tell us a little bit about cleaning up. They didn't even know it. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is just a healthy exercise for people to do.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't tell you how many times where I will do a credit review and come back and say, are you aware that you even had this lien on your rate? All right. Or this derogatory or showing this being late is really driving down your score. So part of the things that we do is we have that discovery call aspect of things where I'm able to really enlighten them about their health of their credit situation on that side of things, which could be affecting other things, such as buying a car or anything else that might be going on where they're using their credit. So it's really a very healthy exercise. And
also it's important to start gathering information, right?
No doubt.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about what you guys do when you start escrow opener.
Well, we always start with the purchase contract, and we go from there. We talk to everybody. We ask for a lot of information. We walk you through it, promise. Don't make it too scary. We have, secure ways to gather the documentation and, execute what you guys tell us, because at the end of the day, we are the non-biased third party that makes sure both buyer and seller are completely taken care of and covered.
And there's a lot of stuff that you need. There's HOA stuff. There's all kinds of this stuff. They play a very important role here. I know you play it down.
Absolutely.
People just don't appreciate. They're not educated, and that's the goal of this show, is to get people educated. So contact information, if people want to get their home listed, get information, how do they reach you?
Yes, they can reach me on my cell phone at 360-271-1513.
Excellent. One more time?
Yes, 360-271-1513.
And get pre-qualified. How do they contact you?
Absolutely. Adam Hawkins, 480-789-3985. That's 480-789-3985.
And you want a great escrow marketing, how do they reach you, Sarah?
You You can call or text me anytime at 480-707-8946. Again, that's 480-707-8946.
And you're not offended by this, but other agents might want to get your help on this because she does great marketing.
She's the best.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming down and be part of the show. We got to wrap up the show. The name of the show is Business Network Show, 123bz.com. That's the numbers, 123bz.com. Go out. Have a great evening.